it's Hannah Boo, hoping to lose a pound or two. How y'all doing? Now, we're not going to even play any games. We're just going to hop straight into this video. Recently, I was scrolling through my YouTube recommends and I came across a video called Canadian Horror Story, a Foodie Beauty Documentary. This video came out about a week ago and it has over 250,000 views, so naturally it piqued my interest. Now, I had no idea who Foodie Beauty was, but for whatever reason, I sat down and I watched all 2 hours of this documentary. While watching this video, I found out that Foodie Beauty is quite infamous for her yo-yo dieting, poor eating habits, impulsive and manipulative behaviors, etc., etc. So much so that she has an entire community of YouTubers that dedicate time in numerous videos criticizing her flaws. Now, I understand that she's a public figure and she broadcasts all her flaws for the world to see, and she has a little problem with oversharing, but I can't help but to feel like this team of people criticizing her is a bit excessive. Chantal is obviously a very disturbed person, and I'm not a doctor, but I wouldn't be surprised if she had some type of undiagnosed mental diagnosis. Now, I'm not saying that's an excuse for her poor behavior, and I know she's done things like lying to her subscribers, cheating on a vulnerable man, sneaking into a man's house and watching him in some very intimate moments. Might I add, that story was absolutely hilarious. But I feel like her being a obviously flawed person is not an excuse to dedicate several hours of content criticizing her character. Like I said before, it's pretty obvious that she has some type of mental illness, like borderline personality, bipolar disorder. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. And on top of that, she also has a severe food addiction. As you can imagine, that probably makes life really hard. And these two issues probably play perfectly together, just enough to ruin her life. Leave Chantal alone. None of us are perfect. All of us have told hundreds, if not thousands of lies. And you know what that makes us? Liars. Most of us have stolen something. And you know what that makes us? Thieves. If you think you're a good person, just imagine what life would be like if the world could watch your life like a movie. Seeing everything you've done in private, all the lies you've told, all the people you've hurt, all the questionable pornography you whacked one out to. Truth is, we all suck, and some of us are just better at hiding it than others. Can you imagine what the world would be like if all laws were abolished? You'd find out there's a lot more rapists, thieves, murderers than you originally thought. Shoot, you don't even need a purge-like scenario to prove how bad people are. Most people prove how evil they are just by hiding behind a keyboard. And plus, if you think you're such a good person, just wait until you're sitting in front of the big man upstairs and he'll show you what kind of person you really are. Your righteousness is as filthy rags. So please, y'all, just give Chantal a break. And Chantal, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but seriously, if you ever see this, just know that I see you and I see you struggling. And I want you to know that I've been there too. I had daddy issues. I've been battling my weight for my entire life. I've done some awful and regrettable things too. I know your life feels like the longest, hardest battle that one could ever face, especially on the inside. But I know it's cliche, but just don't give up. Every time you feel like giving up, just take a long, hard look in the mirror and self-evaluate. Determine what you like about yourself and the things that you would rather change. Ask yourself how you can change it and apply it. And I promise you, you will become the Chantal that you are meant to be. As a person who suffers with a mental disorder myself, and I've even been in and out of the psych wards several times, I will always be an advocate for seeing a mental health professional regularly. It's honestly changed my life, and I know it can do the same for you. You just have to stick to it. Everything you do starts in your mind, and that's why it's important to keep the mind healthy. If your mind is healthy, your body will follow. So girl, I know you got this. You got this, and I'm rooting for you. Well, that's about all I got for you. If you like this video, please feel free to share it with Chantal, and hopefully she will see it and know that somebody cares about her and doesn't just want to make fun of her on the internet. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell if that's something that you wish to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.